Almost 25 years ago, I was sitting at home, minding my own business, doing a Bible study, and the passage was talking about how the Israelites had come up out of Egypt, and they were wandering around in the wilderness, and they came to Marah, where the water was bitter, and they were scared, and they were complaining, and they were worried, and Moses threw the stick in the water, and it turned out okay. And right after that, at the very end of the chapter, it said, then they went to Elim, where there were 70 palm trees and 12 springs. And I started thinking about that being an oasis, just an amazing place where they were probably refreshed and renewed and restored. As I was reflecting on that, I just felt God saying that one day I would have an Elim, a place where people would be renewed and refreshed and restored after the bitterness of their own personal Marah experiences. 2016, my mom passed away. I was having a real hard time with it, and I was grieving, and God spoke to me again, and he said, okay, it's time. It's time to start Elim House. Funny enough, I started a Bible study called Embracing Purpose, and what God revealed to me about that, it was evident that he had called me to do this work. But what he really revealed to me through that study was that over the past 20 years, he has spent that time preparing me and equipping me. And it just kind of all came together. All the pieces of the puzzle fell into place, and I could just see so clearly that this was his plan. This was his mission. It was his ministry. All I needed to do was listen and obey and join in and be a part of it. This is probably the hardest thing that I've ever done in my entire life. I had a really great job, making good money, and it was where I found a lot of my identity, and it was the only thing that supported me, and God called me to leave it. He called me to lay it down, and he called me to do that long before Elim House was ever up and running, long before there was ever a dime of support coming in. Any woman in crisis, 18 years or older, doesn't matter how old you are, it's never too late. There's always hope. If you've got breath in your lungs, then there is hope for you. So if you're a woman that feels like your life has become unmanageable, that it's spinning out of control, that you have lost your hope, that's who I want to help. So we decided that we didn't want to wait for a facility to be built. I had a spare bedroom. I would just open my home and say, let's start bringing in girls. Let's begin the ministry now. And God will begin providing, and we'll just see where it goes from there. And that's where we are today. We opened, we have a couple of girls in, and we're off and running. So what I found in doing this is that whether somebody's come off the street from homelessness, whether they have come out of 20 years of addiction, whether they suffer from gambling, whether they've been in sex trafficking, whatever their issue is, they have a hurt that only Jesus can heal. I know God's timing is absolutely perfect. He prepared me for what I was about to go through Embracing Purpose. What that study did for me was allow me to understand the gifts and talents and strengths and abilities that God has uniquely gifted me with. A lot of people have the same talents and abilities, but nobody has the same life experiences. And so when you couple your gifts and talents and abilities with your background, with your life experiences, that makes you incredibly unique. And it makes you able to serve in a way that no one else can. And through Embracing Purpose, I found my unique way that I can serve God and glorify Him and bless other people.